like that. Yeah, so this project came in around 2017 when it was visualized. And there were existing building, an old building on RCC. It was built at a time when there was no aero bridges. Then another building was built around it. And then we were asked to, the land was very limited, around 250-meter land on the right-hand side of the plot. The airport and the runway belongs to defense. So there was restriction on the plot. There was restriction on the shape because, the old building was already there and we had to do an integrated terminal, and we were asked to follow the same shape. Though after a lot of deliberation, later on the height was increased, and this is how the terminal looked like. So what we did was the existing shape we maintained. We made another building, same shape, almost same length, 200 meter, 35,000 square meter in all. Existing building is 25,000. The new building is 35,000 square meter. And we united that building with a great veranda in the front, which is for the drop-off and pickup. And the great veranda was used to display a lot of local art and culture and architecture of Pune. So, we researched Pune city for 7 days, and project was, designed in 7 months. Construction happened in 7 years, and now we are presenting it in 7 minutes. So we took a lot of pictures from the local, architecture and art and how it is happening, the local festival, and we displayed on the facade through various panels in a very abstract manner, so, it becomes interesting. So the veranda was like the face of the project, and with a drop-off and pickup happening under the veranda. There was a very small little opportunity to do a landscape in the front. A small garden which is a slightly wedge shaped, so it starts with around 10-15 meter at the back, it increases up to 30-40 meter in the front. So there were some landscape and the gardens were created. The gardens, the idea of the shape of the fountains were taken from Shaniwar Bagwada in Pune, which was the the palace for Peshwas. And we did a very, very symmetrical layout, taking cue from what was happening at Shaniwar Bagwada. And similarly, we in fact used the same shapes in the skylights. And we knew that it will be challenging, and we faced a challenge because, they could not, contractor could not, make these shapes in the steel at that point of time, and they had to change, do a lot of changes. But this was the drop-off and pickup zones between the terminal and the facade, and these are some of the side pictures during construction where the terminal came up. So I would say it was not very ideal. We wanted to have full steel structure, but they, the client also had certain timelines. The contractor was EPC mode, ITD construction, and there were a lot of challenges in terms of what structure to follow, what kind of things to follow. So I think all the columns were done in RCC with the steel trusses on the top for the terminal and for the great veranda. And later on, everything was covered up because, if we talk to clients that we have to remove false ceiling in an airport, big question mark, how do you remove a false ceiling? If we say, okay, let's expose the steel and, show it, then the big question mark, no, we want to show a lot of local art, culture, etc. So a lot of challenges were there, but in the end, the project is recently inaugurated just before Code of Conduct. It is still not under operations. I think they are doing the dry runs of the airport. The old airport is still running. The old airport is already, has grown with a pace of around 20-25% passenger increase every year. So it's already, I think in 2023, it is catered to 9.5 million passengers per annum. The integrated terminal is planned for around 19 million passengers per annum now. And by the way, this Pune airport is just a stopgap arrangement because they know that in the next 5 to 7 years, we will achieve 19 million passengers. So there is a new airport which is planned around 50 kilometers away in Purandar. So there, I think the land acquisition, etc., is going on. So, but I think even if it is a stopgap arrangement, the Airport Authority of India does not just want to make it like a temporary kind of a thing, because I think this is going to be there. So half of the new terminal is now ready. Once the passenger and the airlines shift there, The old terminal, they are going to make the changes and again add the veranda and, make it look like exactly the same. These are some of the photographs of the veranda in the front of airport. And a lot of local art and culture, as I said, was integrated in the interiors, on the outside. So this is, I was talking about the skylight. So finally they changed the shape and make it hexagon because, it was probably challenging for them to kind of make those curves in steel. So it's there. Some more photographs of the airport. So this is the front portion of the veranda where, we put a beam to support a steel structure behind, which was in wave form. And each of the wave form later on received the panels with a lot of, the display. It was printed panels pasted on the front facade, put on the front facade. And I think I have the other picture. So you see the front fascia getting ready to receive the panels. So I tried to put a lot of pictures showing the sequence of work and construction, how it happened, with some photographs of final. In fact, I have not even visited the site after it was inaugurated. So this is how it has come up now. This is the final photograph. A lot of changes were done, certain arches in that ballast, color, which was added on the ground floor, which resembled the forts of Pune. And the facades had these pictures ranging from the important buildings, important events which happens in Pune. These are some of the interiors, very few. The main entrance lobby, which is done double height with the check-in counters, and then you go up for the security check and the security hold area. The skylights were also there in this double height area to bring in natural light inside. And some of these kind of, artwork which is there in interior. So this is just one of the example, but there are many such, things which has done. So I hope, once people start using it, people like it. And of course, we'll be, wishing that the new airport is much more grand in Pune, much more grander than that, because obviously this particular airport has a limitation because it belongs to defense. It is controlled by defense. The runway is controlled by ATC and runway is controlled by the defense services. You are not allowed to take pictures in the airport, etc. So that's it. Thank you.